Despite what the name may imply, Oktoberfest actually kicks off today. The holiday lasts between 16 and 18 days and is all about the beer. While many Oktoberfests are canceled this year, that doesn't mean that you can't celebrate with a cold one, and we have just the place for you to try out. They've been making beer for over 25 years, and they just opened a new location. Michelle Oliver takes us to Dine in the D at Motor City Brewing Works.
While now they serve everything from mouth-watering nachos to pizzas, sandwiches, and more, Motor City Brewing Works got their start with a cold pint of beer.
Actually, one of our first beers was Ghetto Blaster. We call it a Detroit-style mild because it's a little higher in alcohol, but it's a very light beer. It's like 3.2%. And then in 1997, the Ghetto Blaster concept came into being, and that was a cross-promotion at the time with the Detroit music community and the beer, so it was the beer you can hear.
Motor City Brewing Works was actually one of the first craft beer companies in Michigan.
I actually started working on the project with the original owner of the Traffic Jam, Ben Edwards. You know, he had to challenge the laws to try to get brew pub legislation through, and then in '92, the brew pub legislation did come into existence. Kind of just started to slowly grow from there, so I was there at the ground floor.
As times changed and palates grew, so did their offerings.
When I started Motor City Brewing Works, we were strictly a brewery. We didn't even have a tap room. You know, our focus was on beer and branding. And it was in 2001 that I added the tap room and opened it up to the public.
In 2007, they added a small kitchen that dished up pizza.
We ended up with pizza because an acquaintance of mine's restaurant had closed and he had a pizza oven available. Now
they have a second location on the Avenue of Fashion. And that's where they really expanded their menu. Let's get into the menu, and we're going to start with the appetizers. These are their grilled chicken nachos. So they have freshly made tortilla chips, grilled chicken, salsa fresco, jalapenos, pickled carrots, a side of charred tomato salsa, some sour cream, and of course, beer cheese on top. Moving on to the entrees, they got really famous for their pizzas. So this one is their Bronx Bomber Pizza. It has everything on it you could want. Tons of different meats, onions, green peppers, and we're pairing this one with the IPA. This one caught my attention right away because of all this delicious garlic on it. It's called the Godfather Pizza. It has goat cheese, roasted red peppers, pesto, of course those big garlic cloves, and we're serving this one with the honey porter. Another thing that pairs great with beer is a burger. This is their double burger, which has 2 patties, cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, and their version of Big Mac sauce. This one we're serving with their summer brew. Let's check out this Motor City fried chicken sandwich. It has lettuce, onion, tomatoes, pickle, plus their own homemade Big Mac sauce. We're serving this one with the notorious Drippa. If you're looking for something a little bit different, check out this Banh Mi Oh My sandwich. So this is a take on the Vietnamese sandwich. It has grilled chicken, pickled jalapenos and carrots, fresh cucumbers and cilantro to brighten it up, and it's finished with a mayo and a chili crisp. This one we're pairing with their Gigawatt India Pale Lager. And finally, they love to do specials. This is their half rib special. It has a dry rub on it and they sous vide it, which makes it extra juicy and tender. Then they grill it at the end to give it that nice charred flavor. It comes with homemade barbecue sauce, and we're pairing this one with their strawberry rhubarb triple.
Another great find, Michelle.
Yeah, I loved finding out all the history of the craft brewing industry in Michigan. I thought it was really fascinating.
It really is. So will they be having any Oktoberfest celebrations?
So much like the main Oktoberfest that's in Munich, Germany, they're canceling it this year due to COVID, but you can still get their Oktoberfest beer. Plus, they recently released a new beer called the Notorious Drippa. So that's a double rice India Pale Ale. Its ABV is 8.7%, so it's a little bit heavier than your normal beers. But it's a great way to celebrate the launch of this new location for them. And so they've kind of did this nice little release to go along with their new place.
Very nice. So speaking of the new location, is it any different than the original one?
Yes. So like I kind of mentioned in the piece, This new location is going to be much more restaurant and food focused. However, if you can see in that window right there, they will be doing small batch brewing. Right now you're looking at the patio, so you have a nice, lovely patio that you can sit out on and enjoy. But what's cool about having a small batch brewery in here is they can kind of test out new beers and you can kind of sample them before they really hit the market. They actually did this with the Notorious one originally. So if you went to the actual tap room, you got to kind of taste something before it was more widely released, which I think is really cool.
It is cool. Very cool indeed. So where are they both located again?
So the original location is in the Cass Corridor or Midtown area at 470 West Canfield, kind of right across from the traffic jam in that kind of area. And then the new location is on the Avenue of Fashion at 19350 Livernois Avenue.
Awesome. Michelle, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, if you love all things foodie related in Metro Detroit and you want restaurant recommendations and behind the scenes chats with fellow foodies, sign up for the Dine in the D newsletter. It is sent straight to your inbox every other Thursday. To sign up, look for the newsletters tab at the top of clickondetroit.com. And while you're online, you can join our Dine in the D group on Facebook. That way you'll always be in the know for where the best food is in Detroit.